Miss, is it okay? All right, Miss? Is
Yes?
it clear?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So,
can see. I can definitely see you.
yeah, we are in the live now. So, okay. Good evening. Assalamu alaikum. Hello, everyone. This is Sobuj Hossain, Managing Director of NS Solution. I am here from Malaysia, and with me, like today, we are going to discuss about the world second largest higher education destination, about UK, and one of the most reputed university in the UK. And with me, the very special guest, Miss Adli Wang. She is going to discuss about University of Portsmouth, one of the top university in UK, and this is also public university. And whoever have any question, please don't miss your chance to drop your question, and don't miss your chance to study in UK. There are a lot of things we are going to discuss today about the tuition fees, scholarship, about the subject, how you can apply, how you get the help from us, and we are going to review all those issues. So if you have any questions, you can drop your question in Facebook or YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is NSS Solution, and also our Facebook channel. So now I'm going to pass to Miss Edley to discuss about herself and also about the University of Portsmouth.
Thank you, Spurs.
Yeah, most
It's
welcome.
very nice to be here. Good evening to everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to all of you. And as Spurs has said, if you have any questions, we're happy to help answer as many of them as possible today. And if we don't get the chance to answer it, do stay in touch with us. The contact details are across the screen that you see now. Um, do give us a call and let us know what else you would like to know that may have been covered today. So Portsmouth, as we've mentioned, is in the UK. It's about 70 miles from London. So if you know where London is, the capital, and we're actually in the south coast of England. So we're near the seaside. We are a city campus, compact campus, and we're also the gateway to Europe. So because we're near the sea, you can actually take a ferry right across to France or Spain from Portsmouth. And quite a number of our students do this during the holidays. We have probably the best weather, I should say, in the UK because we're in the south. We get a lot more sunshine. A lot of people think that we get snow in the wintertime. Um, it's quite rare in Portsmouth. In the winter, it will be cold, much, much colder than Malaysia. So you could expect it to go down to single digits. But it may not be cold enough to have snow. If you'd like snow, you'll have to be a little bit further up north. So we're a cozy city. Currently, we're ranked at number 21 in the UK in league table. We have very good track record of graduates working in industry after they graduate. So either they're studying on another postgraduate program, or um, they're working 6 months after they graduate. We get about a 97% of our graduates out there. We have a gold award for teaching excellence. So this is a sort of government-based league table, and it's called TED, Teaching Excellence Framework, and you have awards of gold, silver, bronze, and out of the 30 plus, sorry, out of about 130 universities, 30 plus universities have the gold award, and we're one of them. So we're very proud of our we're about, as a university, as an institution, we're about 150 years old. We have
Oh, that's
about,
great. 150 years old, like even no one like alive now after 150 years old.
well, the
So,
universities in UK are very old. There are some that could be 500 years old, 800 years old. So we're considered one of the younger universities. We are a young university. Um, and in terms of size, though, we've grown quite rapidly. So we have at the moment approximately 25,000 students. But we have about 20% of them who are international. So 80% are still British students, mainly in undergraduate programs, but we
Oh,
do
that's
have a
great.
lot of
Who are
postgraduate to
British
offer as
friend?
well.
British friend, 80% is lot, actually. Okay, carry on.
Um, we have, I think, about more than 400 degree programs, so that's quite a lot. And they're divided up into 5 faculties. So usually, what you would see would be courses in business and law, courses related to the creative and cultural industry. We have courses related to humanities and social sciences. And of course, everybody's favorite, the sciences and technology courses. Now, if you are still in high school, for example, and you need a foundation program, we have those as well that we offer through our associate on campus. Our business school, if you're interested in business, we offer all sorts of courses ranging from accounting, finance, marketing, HR, and a lot of these are professionally accredited.
Okay, Miss, could you please share some, like, if you have the slide, oh, they have an option in the share screen, so it will be good for your students to know, to see what are the programs about sharing the University of Portsmouth. So it will be very good for them also.
Sure, I can do a share screen here.
Yes, yes, Miss.
Um,
So we're going to show like the university's details, like the videos, and also what are the program they are offering. So you can imagine like how many programs, how many faculties they are offering, and there are few programs they are like after Oxford and after Oxford and also after Cambridge, they are their position. So it will be like you can see.
so this is some information about the business courses that we have. If you look at the pictures, it will tell you. So you can see a picture of a courtroom, the way of the law. Uh, you can see a picture of some students sitting in front of the words of the New York Stock Exchange. So we teach finance programs as well. And you can see in one of the points, we're recognized by quite a lot of professional bodies. So that includes ECPA, CIMA, uh, all the rest of them for marketing, for HR. So that's for our business course. If you're interested in technology, again, if you look at the pictures, you can see robotics. We specialize in manufacturing, so courses like mechanical engineering, industrial design. We have one of the largest schools of civil engineering in the country, so that might do some of the students. These days, cybersecurity, digital forensics, and data analytics are very popular. And we're ranked in the top 10 for mathematics in the UK. So one of the most popular courses in that department is logistics and supply chain management.
I think this is very good opportunity for the student for mathematics.
Right. If I move on to science, we have a very strong area of healthcare. We don't teach medicine, but we teach everything around medicine. We're known for pharmacy, biomedical sciences, psychology. So if you look at that picture with the cap on her head, she's in one of the psychology labs. So there are many universities that don't have that many laboratories for psychology. We have at least 10. We are ranked at number 3 in the UK, so very high. After Oxford and Cambridge is Portsmouth for biology.
Oh,
So
that's great. I think this is after.
we, I beg your pardon?
Yeah, yeah, Miss. Yeah, right. So after Cambridge, this is the position for the biology.
Yeah, so biological sciences, and because we're near the sea, we offer marine biology as well. Our sports sciences is also very popular. Again, this is one of our top 10 courses in the UK, and we teach the sciences for sports, and we also teach management. University of Portsmouth, just for your knowledge, is one of the sponsors of the Portsmouth Football Club. So some of our students do work placements there as well. We are also known for geography and geological sciences. One of the popular postgraduate programs in that department is our Masters in Crisis and Disaster Management. These days, a lot of people like to study the environment, and geological hazards is one of our specializations. For those who are creative, we have many Malaysian students who like architecture and interior design. We are probably one of the more active and more well-known departments for visual effects in the UK. So, for example, if you've watched movies like Lord of the Rings, um, Snow White and Huntsman, so these are the sort of movies that have a lot of visual effects in them. And our lecturers have worked on movies like this, so they share their experience with students, and our students then go on to work with we have digital media as well, which is also very popular. In humanities and social sciences, something that might be interesting to some of you is that we have the largest criminal justice institute. So we do have a fairly long list of criminology programs, forensic studies, and one of the more popular courses in this faculty in the region is teaching English. So those are our technical courses. For undergraduate students, if you like journalism, we have a professionally accredited program, and the professional body has actually ranked us at #1. So that's something that we're quite proud of as well.
Okay, that's great.
Those are just some examples of the courses that we offer.
Okay, that's great, Miss. I got few questions from our audience. So, would you like to go through on the questions, or would you like to start?
Certainly. Let's have a look at your question.
Okay, all right, Miss. They have one question. Faisal Ahmed. He asks, my question is there any option to get funding for masters in management information system?
Right. This year we have launched a couple of scholarships. They are partial scholarships. I wouldn't say they're full scholarships. It's quite difficult to get full scholarships from the UK these days. But on our website, we do mention the 2 scholarships that we offer. It all depends on what nationality you are and where you come from, and that's what they're called. So please do have a look at our website. The scholarships range from £1,600 to £5,000 for your study. The master's programs is usually 1-year program, so your tuition fee can be lowered with the partial.
Okay, that's great. So, all right, Miss, thank you. There have another questions. I couldn't see the name, but it's okay. He asks in my language, in Bangladeshi language. So, keep for last year.
HND for a top up.
He's asking for last year top up. So, like some is like studying even in Malaysia, they would like to go. Okay, I'm studying first year, so I want to move in second year, like kind of credit transfer, credit exemption. So, is it possible there to join like a second year or third year like that?
I would say, in principle, yes, it's possible. I think a lot has to do with what program you want to join. Because whilst the university may be happy to accept you in and some credit that you've taken before in your H&D, There are, as you've seen from some of the slides I showed earlier, some of our courses are professionally accredited. So sometimes the professional associations have limitations to how much credit we are allowed to give students, particularly for courses like engineering and some of our business courses as well. So, like I said, it all depends on which course you want to apply for. We'll be happy to more of your questions after this if you have specific courses that you're interested
No, mostly I got applications like for like as a Bangladeshi, they study like must I mean Bachelor of Business or Bachelor of IT. The most two renowned courses. Another one is Bachelor of Hospitality. These three courses. So
in.
probably you could like give some brief for these three courses.
Okay, the first one I'll talk about is hospitality, which we don't offer. So that I will leave that aside for now.
Okay.
IT, we have a school of computing. So we do have students who go into the final year with a HND. Um, let's have a look at your grade. What sort of subjects you've covered before? Some of these things do matter because we do not want students to struggle in their final year. So we need to make sure that they've taken subjects that are relevant to the course that they want. So yes, for IT, that's possible. For business, we have two what we call top-up programs. One is related to business in general, and the other one is related to finance. However, the business school will be getting its ACSB accreditation very soon, and that restricts us a little bit. So final year entry may not be possible for some of the courses. So again, it depends on your area of interest in business. So if it's in general business or finance, it may still be possible for a top-up.
Okay, Miss. There have another question from the previous person, Faisal Ahmed. My question is: there any opportunity to get funding masters? Oh, same question he asked two times. Okay, right. Thank you for asking your question. So, if you could clarify or send your documents, so yeah, our special guest could brief something for you. Okay, there have another questions from MD Farooq Ahmed. Thanks for your questions, comments. This conversation is very helpful for students. It would be very helpful for the students who would like to study in UK, and especially for who would like to study in top university. Everyone want to study, but study doesn't help you if the study is not useful. So you choose
Yeah.
your right university, right destination, and right courses. So these three things is very important. So there have another questions from another person, Abdullah Al Mubin. After HSC exam for science group, which course or which subject will be best? So miss, yeah, many students ask regarding that. Okay, I pass, but I don't know which field is more renowned, or I get like mostly it's coming from like in their future life. They want to do job or job market or like future business or something like that. So could you please give some brief to him, our brother Abdullah?
Okay, for students who study science subjects, you have quite a wide range of potential courses that you can take, from business to sciences to technology. The only thing maybe that you might have a problem with would be creative courses like art and design. But otherwise, um, many of these courses are open to you. A lot will depend on your grade, what you want to do in the future, what your passion is, where that lies, where is your interest. Do you like biology or do you like chemistry? Um, you've taken science subjects. I'm sure you would know which subjects you would prefer, and that could lead on to um, deciding which course you take. So if we went straight into our science division, our science faculty, you could study healthcare, you could study the environment. We take geography as a science subject as well. So these are potentially some areas that might interest you. If you look at technology, you're studying science, you could still study engineering. Um, IT is also possible. My colleagues in the business school will say, don't forget business.
Okay.
So we take science students into the business school as well.
So for science student, I think every way, every path is open. They can go anywhere they want to go.
Yes, except perhaps art and design.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe so because this is also difficulties for them if they don't know how to design all those things at the
Yeah,
beginning.
you probably need a portfolio. So you probably need to see some of your drawings or some artwork that you've done before. So if you're a science student and you have no experience of this, then it might be difficult to get. But having said that, our architecture course does accept science students. So if you like to design buildings, build buildings, potentially that could be an area as.
Okay, that's correct, Miss. So I got another question from Farooq. Okay, for BBA student possible for BBA student? Yes, I think Miss. He asked for BBA student. He might get admission.
If you're studying, if you want to study our Bachelor of Business Administration, is that what the question is?
Okay, he also asked another. Okay, Bachelor BBA Bachelor of Human Resource Information.
Okay, I'm not quite certain what the question is, but if you're asking if we offer the course, we do offer business and management. We offer human resource management as well. I hope this helps answer your question.
Yeah, it might help his question. So he might choose like for business related any subject, human resource management or something like that. I think.
Yes, yes, we do have these courses.
And business in I think they have another subject is business informatics, something like that.
Business informatics. Okay, so we have information system, which
Yeah.
is in our School of Computing. At the moment, we don't have something called business informatics.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, Miss. We're going to another question. Thanks for asking the question, Mr. MD Farooq. And another one, could you tell me in this university offer aeronautical engineering top-up program?
Okay. Most of the students who study these sorts of areas take our mechanical engineering program. A lot of our students in the mechanical engineering course study with regards to aeronautics or with regards to parts. So if you're looking at top-up, um, our top-ups, again, it will be possible for mechanical engineering. Again, it depends on your grades and that you have already covered in your previous institution. So if they are matching to the course units in our program, we could give you credit for what you've already studied, and then you
Okay.
can go to the top.
Okay,
But
that's
if you
great.
have studied a course that's very different from ours, we can't take you into the top up because then you would have a totally different experience from your classmates in that year, and we wouldn't want to do that to you. So we have to check if you take the right sort of subject and score the sufficient grade to get into the top. I hope that helps.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much, Miss, for your explanation there. I got another like question. I couldn't see the name, so I think he or she might love you. Thank you very much for the
That's like
yeah,
that.
nice. Yeah. So also, I don't know. This is another person. Maybe he's not in my ad in my face or something like that. So yeah, there are few questions. I mean, the few comments the user give. So yeah,
Okay.
I love you too. No problems. Inshallah. Keep in class. We were in the Facebook Live. We're discussing. So, Miss, is there any like corporate video for the university that we can show to our audience that will help for?
We Okay, I haven't prepared a video for today, but in our in YouTube, we definitely have some corporate videos there.
So
So
you like to share,
I
like, yeah,
I could do that, yes.
sure,
If you could just give me a moment.
sure, Miss. So, so Miss, in University Portsmouth, so the students, what are the facilities they are getting, like for when they get admission? Like, is there any application fee to apply students?
There is no application fee from the
Wow.
university, so you don't have to pay. But we do recommend students apply with the help of NSS so that
Thank you very much,
um,
Miss.
so that at least we can help if you have any problems or any delays to the application. We're here to assist. And being our regional office is based in Asia, so the time zone is a little bit more comfortable for you, um, rather than if you try to connect directly to my colleagues in the UK. So we do help to track reputations. So I'll be working very closely with
Yeah.
Shubus, and we hope to meet some of you in Portsmouth at some point.
Yeah. Sometimes the students, when they apply in university, they might, like, they got lot of inquiry, like random students they email. But if the potential student who like really want to study, if they connect with us, we can instantly and we can give response very fast. It's like even I never pending any of my texts in my phone. So like, so it will be like very good for the student also. So they might get help for that. So if any students also apply, so we'll give like potential response for that. So Miss, I got few YouTube videos. So can I share one videos there? So I think that is not must, but okay, I got one.
I'm Kevin, I teach digital media.
My name's Andrea Coote and I'm the catering supervisor at The Hub.
My name's Peter Hooley, I work for Research and Innovation Services.
My name's Kat and I'm the president of the Student Union.
Hi, I'm Graham Galbraith, the new Vice-Chancellor.
My name's Claire Sambrook and I'm a lecturer.
I'm Sarah and I support students in their first year in Portsmouth.
My name's Andy and I'm one of the university chaplains.
My name is Susanna, I come from Slovakia and I'm doing my master's.
My name's Jeff Turner, everybody calls me Tony in uni. I'm studying digital media.
I love being part of the university. I think I'm more proud to work here now than even what I was the day that I was hired. It's amazing. I love how there's a real community spirit.
I love the fact that it's such a diverse community. We have students from all over the world and every culture.
I just love being a part of such an ambitious and exciting community of staff and students.
We've got so much to sing about in the city and shout out about. Getting our students involved with that will just help to kind of shape the future.
I think it's a good university, it's forward-looking and really, it's a place you feel like you can have an input.
I think that it is really special to meet people from all over the world. I'm really happy that I can be here.
I love that my job is completely different every single day. There's a huge amount of job satisfaction because I get to help students through their first year, and then 3 years' time I'll see them graduate.
Being at university has been a big thing for me, and it's quite nice to be able to look at my kids and say, you can do this. If I can, you certainly can.
As many of you will know, I have been spending my time visiting departments across the university and meeting staff and students. And that's been really interesting to form a picture in my mind about what the challenges and opportunities for us are as a university. It just seemed for me right that while we are successful in doing so well, that we just simply pause and consider what will be our future.
I think it's essential at the moment to get involved because HE is changing.
And we need to constantly review how we look at things in the university, and people's ideas really are the power behind what we do. So I think you take part in the consultation and actually make a real difference.
Everyone should have a say in shaping where Portsmouth goes next and what happens in the next 20 years and what happens beyond that. And it shouldn't just be a few people that make that decision, it should be absolutely everyone.
I think it's important that we are bold and brave in thinking about what we could achieve, because this is a great university with fantastic opportunities.
So why not get involved at team meetings?
Join the conversation online at www.port.ac.uk/shaping our future.
You can also take part in a debate at one of our pop-up roadshows around campus.
Share your ideas, they're as good as mine.
And mine.
And mine.
Be a part of our future.
Let's shape it together.
I think it was very nice, Miss. Like I saw a lot of things there.
I think
like
one of our slightly older videos. I could show you a newer one if you want to see one.
yeah, sure, Miss. So and it's lovely. I saw a lot of facilities, even like the students showing how they're playing, and even lecturer also they're saying like how the university is teaching and the facilities. Like yeah, most of these students also they want not only study but also some other facilities, like some group of like games, discussion, like a lot of facilities. Like some of them they're very good in design. Some of them, yeah. So they would like to do outdooring and also make some groove in the university. So what like I saw some pictures. So what about the U of V, University of Portsmouth? So could you describe to our students? So it will be very helpful.
Could I just show you that video since I have found it?
Oh, sure, Miss.
Is that all right?
All right. So we're going to show the latest video. I'm sorry that I saw the old videos.
It's a very fast one. It's probably a 1-minute video. So it's not a long one like earlier.
Okay, all right. So this is like a 1-minute video. So guys, comments us whatever you would like to know about the university. So it will be very helpful. So after that, we are going to discuss about the process of the applications, scholarship, many more things. So it will be very helpful for you guys. So, okay. So I couldn't get the sound, Miss.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I could not hear it. So I think I have the link of that video. Can you hear the sound? I couldn't hear the sound.
I hear the sound.
Okay, I could not. So maybe the audience also. Okay. 1 minute 7 seconds. So I have the video. So can I show my one, please? Yeah, because there is no sound, so that's why. I'm really sorry for that.
No
So
problem.
Wow, that's nice video. Oh, thank you very much, Miss. Like, yeah, I had the video that I thought like this is 1 minute, so why is like 1 minute official video and why 10 reason? They describe 10 reason why you join in the University of Portsmouth. So, Miss, could you please tell about the Portsmouth and this area? So, like, the students will like feel more comfortable because I can see there are big river. I think river or like in the sea, something like that. I think they have like a lot of facilities around the university.
I can show you a picture. Maybe it might help. If I share the screen to show you a picture of our city.
Okay, sure. Oh, this is the Portsmouth, I think.
Yes.
So
So this is the city of Portsmouth. Well, one part of it. And this is the part that is closer to the campus. So we are on the right-hand side, obviously. And we are near the green fields that are in the right side of the picture. So it's a 10-minute walk to the tower. You can see the Spinnaker Tower that is right next to the sea. So our campus is a 10-minute walk to there.
So how about the university area? How many acres approximately the university area means? I saw it's quite big.
We are part of the city, so it's kind of spread across a certain space. So we have buildings in different areas, but everything is within walking distance. It's not like one of those campuses where you have to take a bus and go to another building. It's not like that. So students don't have to spend any money on transportation. They just walk. The buildings are like, 2-minute walks, 3-minute walks. So it's very convenient for students.
Oh, that's great. I think I think the views also. And earlier at the beginning, you mentioned like they have snow. Like this is like for Malaysian and for Bangladeshi student also. This is that will be like one of the best environment like they never tasted before. So mostly Malaysian also, even in Bangladesh also. So they are like never feel in the real snow. So they will get in touch with it also. So in the winter time.
There is one particular slide I'd like to share, and it may be of interest to some of the people who are watching at the moment. And that is to do with placement and working part-time. If you want to work part-time as a student, there's an estimate on how much you can earn. On work placement as an undergraduate. So if you're taking a bachelor degree, we have our bachelor degrees are usually 3 years, but I think in about 80% of our bachelor degrees, we have an optional work placement year before the year of graduation.
Wow, that's
So
great.
It's not after you finish the program, it's before you finish the program. So that's why we call it a sandwich program. So it's in between. And students can apply to various companies that we've been working with for many years and decide to get industry experience, maybe get paid as well, and get a CV before they graduate.
Oh, that's great. Also, so the working experience also added with their CV, isn't it? Like in the also.
Well, if you are studying, so I'm just going to give a typical example. If you're coming straight in from a foundation or high school or something of that equivalent, and you start in year 1, you study your first year, study your second year, and then you decide, do I want to go out to work in my third year? If you do, you can apply, and then you go out. You can go out for up to a year, and then you have to come back and finish your last year of study, and then graduate.
I think this is the one of the great opportunity for the international students. And you earlier mentioned in the show, like the students can work 20 hours per week. So is it
That's
like
part-time. Yes.
Yeah, part time. So this is I think so. And also you mentioned like the 7 to 9 pound they can earn when they do part time. So is there any restriction? Okay, the government will like bar or the police will make any problems for the part time job?
In your student visa, it will be stated that students can work 20 hours a week if you're on a degree program.
Okay.
But that's the maximum, 20 hours a week. I think it's quite similar in Malaysia.
Okay.
And the pay, the wages in Portsmouth is somewhere between 7,000 to 9,000 per hour. So there are lots of different things that students do in their free time. So don't sacrifice your studies to work part-time because you're actually there to study. And
Great.
you can earn some extra pocket
Oh,
money, pay
yeah,
towards
that's
housing perhaps, yeah, or your entertainment. Then after you graduate, by the summer of 2021, the UK government will be offering what we call post-study work visas. So students who have graduated in the summer of 2021 and have completed a degree, they can actually stay back, they have to pay a fee, apply for the visa, and they can stay in the UK for up to 2 years for a job. So this will be one of the more attractive things that students can think about, that if you want an opportunity to work in the UK after you graduate, now's your chance.
Yeah, that is great. So, Miss, you were mentioning the like who are like graduated. So, about the what about the masters and PhD student who would like to join in masters and PhD? Will they get the same like work permit, like 20 hours per week?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
So
that's
this is
great.
across all types of degrees. So as long
Oh,
as you're in a degree program, and the minimum is 12 months because the master's degree is 1 year at least.
so
Yes.
yeah, that's correct. So how about like there are many students, international students, they would like to move to overseas. They don't want to come back. They want to get the citizenship or pair permanent residence. So in UK, how they can get it if they study in in
I
the
don't
UK?
think I can speak for PR status or citizenships. It takes quite a while. And
Yeah.
as a university, we're not in the business of PR, but we do want to help students improve their careers. So that's why we do say that you can take advantage of the post-study work visa after you finish. But PR becomes a totally different story after that. So now, one interesting thing is if you're taking a work placement in your undergraduate degree or in your our statistics show that most of the students who do this type of internship or placement job do get rehired after they graduate. And if
Okay.
the company likes you and if they want you to stay on even after the 2 years of the post-study visa, the company can easily apply for a work permit for you to stay on permanently. So
Oh,
we're
great.
helping you basically to get your foot in the door first. How well you
Okay.
do and whether the company decides to keep you all depends on you.
Okay. Miss, how about the tuition fees of the Portsmouth? Is overall good? Could you
So
please tell us?
our fees are probably one of the more reasonable fees compared to across the board of the 130 universities. Our fees range, so for per year, it ranges between £14,300 in this intake in 2020 to about maybe £16,400. So between 14 to £16,000 per year. And if you're taking a master's program, then it's just 1 year. So the higher fee is usually for courses that have laboratory facilities. So if you're
Oh,
studying business, for example, that requires no laboratories, then it will be the lower end. If you're studying a science or technology-based course, then it will be higher.
oh, that's great. Okay, Miss, I got one question from the audience. I think this is our time to like discuss about the okay. Is the what is the entry requirement CGPA for Bachelor of Computer Science for Bangladeshi students? First year cost and total course fees. So I think this is one of the good question. Thank you, Valentine, for your questions.
Right. I think I'll answer the second part first because we've just been talking about fees. So for computer science, being in technology, I would say that that is around the £16,000
Per
area.
year. Yes.
And yes, bachelor, so that would be 3 years. So if I take out my calculator and a very quick calculation, if I times 3 years, it will be somewhere close to about £50,000 in total for the 3 years. And that is the tuition fee. So if you're talking about total course fee, that's the total.
Oh, I think that's great for the students. Like, and also you mentioned it earlier, like the student will get a scholarship. So, is it about the it's depend on their the result, or is every student will get the scholarship?
It depends on your nationality. So the university has selected certain countries to assist, and we provide some welfare funding towards these countries.
Okay.
And it's a list. So just off the top of my head, I haven't memorized all the names of the countries, but go to our website, that list will be there. And like I said, we have 2 different types of scholarships. So it depends which country you're from. The lowest or the minimum scholarship possibly it applies to your country would be £1,600 in the first year of study, and the maximum is £5,000.
So is it every year, or is it for first year the scholarship?
It's the first year, so it's a one-off scholarship.
Okay, that's great. So is there any scholarship for the students who would get like outstanding result, like they got a very good CGPA, 3.75, 3.5 above? So is there any scholarship like some Malaysian university they offer?
Yes, so the £5,000 scholarship is the academic merit scholarship. So that is the one that you have to be an excellent student. Yes, but that again also applies to specific nationalities that we've identified. Malaysian students being one of them.
Oh, that's great. So I got the students and the HSC GPA. So the result is 4.30. So it's out of 4, the result.
So me being based in Malaysia, talking to you in Malaysia, this is a question for my colleague Amran in Bangladesh. So this is something that we'll have to get back to you on, I'm afraid.
Okay, all right. So I think the students, you would like to get back to us, send the documents, then we can confirm you how much scholarship you will get. So it will be easier for like you, we can explain to that. Thank you very much for your question. So if anyone have any question, drop your question. So we're going to discuss about about the English requirement. Yeah, this is one of the like best things student you would like to ask. What is the English requirements? Could you please tell for the students?
Right. So I'm going to use IELTS as the benchmark. So if you're going into a bachelor degree, typically, of course, there may be some exceptions, but typically we would require 6.0 overall with no component below 5.5. That's for entry into the first year of study. If you have IGCSE English or SPM 1119 English or something equivalent, A-level English, O-level English, we might be able to accept that. We consider other tests also, example, TOEFL, Duolingo, Pearson. So I think a lot depends on which test you've taken. Again, on our website, we have some of the comparison scores.
Okay.
So you can have a look at which test. If you're studying a master's program, majority of the courses require a 6.5, just one notch higher in terms of English level requirement.
That's correct. Thank you very much, Miss. So if any student doesn't have IELTS, so can they apply for that for your university?
Now, if you don't have IELTS yet, but you have your transcript, your maybe your certificate, and your references, you can start to apply. And you can let us know that your English language test results will come later. So that's absolutely fine. So you can start your application first with whatever documentation you have and slowly build up your application. That's all.
Okay, that's great. So yeah, the students can apply without IELTS. So this is, I think, one of the best opportunity if you're like in UK. So you can apply without IELTS in the public university. So how about the admission or requirements for the students? What are the documents actually they need, Miss?
So you'll need, very importantly, your transcript. So if you're applying to a bachelor degree, we will need your high school transcript, whatever certificates on qualifications. If you have had anybody write you a reference, we need at least one academic reference for bachelor degree, and we need 2 references for master. If you're applying for a master's, then of course we'll need to see your bachelor degree transcript and certificate. You'll need to write us a personal statement. We have some guidelines on our website on how to write it, but generally just tell us a bit about yourself. We don't need to know how many brothers and sisters you have, but it will be interesting to know what kind of study background, why you've decided to choose the course that you want. Have you had any observation, voluntary experience, or work that's related? What you plan to do after the course in your career? So these are some of the things that we watch out for in your personal statement.
Oh, that's great. So, Miss, how about like the application process? Could you please tell the student what are the documents like passport, information page, and what are the things they need?
Okay, so apart from all the documents that I mentioned earlier, it would be good to have a copy of your front page of your passport as well, so that we can have your date of birth, basically your ID, to show us proof that you are the person who is applying. So just want to make sure your name spelled right, we don't make a mistake on that. So all that information is what we need, and eventually all this will go to UKTI, who are basically the immigration authorities who approve your visa. So when you come to the university to register as a student, all these documents that you use for your admission, you should bring along as well.
That's great. I think that's great for the students. Like they could start to start processing their application. And you already earlier you mentioned like the students can do job before their graduation, 1 year graduation, and also after their graduation they will get 2 years work permit in UK. So probably when it will start in this current situation, now we can see like in the pandemic period, CMCO, everything is stuck. So when probably the flight will be open in UK, the student can physically fly to UK. This is, I think, I got this question.
Your guess is as good as mine. That's a really good question, but your guess is as good as mine. For every country around the world, we know that many of the airlines are grounded. We don't know when we're going to be able to fly out, let alone fly to the UK. At the moment, we are teaching online to current students, but we're going to be opening up the university in stages starting from next month. We know the visa office is currently on hold. That means they are not processing visas yet. It's still a little bit early. And we might get more updates. A lot depends on how this pandemic plays out. So I think the lockdown in the UK is easing up already. People are going about now. So we're waiting for government updates. Similarly, yeah, in many countries, I think it's the same situation.
Yeah, that's great. So I think it will be like probably this year, or it will be going to be next year in 2021.
Oh no, students, we do have our intake in autumn this year. So while September is usually the start of our intake, this year we have delayed the intake a little bit. So we're actually going to start on the 5th of October. So early October is our target intake date. And we are expecting students to be physically on campus.
Probably September they could open the flight to go like to join the physical orientation and the class.
We suspect, well, it's very hard to say. We wish and we hope and we pray that things will actually open up earlier than that even. Yeah, but of course, having guidelines from the government, the university is very careful with health and safety of staff and students. We have students who are currently still on campus since the lockdown, and we've been feeding them, we've been taking care of them. So we're now setting up our facilities to enable social distancing in classrooms. So while large lectures where you have 100, 200 students will no longer be the case, we will deliver some parts online, but we will not deliver everything online, no. Small groups, tutorials, seminars, laboratory sessions, all of this will still happen face-to-face.
Okay, that's great. So, Miss, I have another question from one of our audience. How many years study gap acceptable? Thank you very much for the important question, I think. This is
So some of our students take a break. So some of our students take either a work placement break, some take a study placement break, because we have university partners across the world. So if you decide maybe for, let's say, for example, if you're studying an IT program and we have a partner in another country, you could possibly ask to be placed in that university as your year abroad. That's possible as well. But if you're taking a holiday, then that's also possible, but then you have to ask for leave from the faculty.
Okay.
Yeah, so depending what you're taking the break for. So we have various options.
No, Miss, I think the question is like, he is asking before, like in Bangladesh, there are many students, they study gap. Suppose they finish their HSC or SSC 2016, 17, 15. Then after 2 years, 3 years, they don't study anything. They don't, then after that, they want to go for higher studies. So in that case,
that's absolutely fine. It's still fine because, like, for example, in some other countries, some students go for military service. So they take a break from studying for 1 or 2 years, but they then go back into studying. So that's possible as well. So if you're taking a gap year out, no problems with that. We'll still recognize your high school grades, don't worry. We just need to make sure that you have a recent reference. So before you leave your school or your college, remember to ask for one of your lecturers to write you a good reference, because if not, you have to go back to them 1 or 2 years later to ask for the reference they may not remember. So it's good. It's good to have them to write it when the memory is fresh.
Yeah, as it's kind of recommendation letter or character certificate.
Yes, yes. And if it's within the year, that's fine. If it's longer than that, then you may have to go back to ask.
All right. Thank you, Miss. I got another. It's not question. Yeah, Ibrahim Khalil say hello. Yeah, hello, Ibrahim. So you can ask your questions. So there are the Valentine. He asks like the students complete her HSC and the year gap is 6 years. You could say. So will the Portsmouth will accept that application for a bachelor degree?
Then my next question would be, what have you been doing between 2014 to now? Have you been working? Has it been a complete holiday? I think we will consider what has been happening in that period of time.
Okay, so he will submit any like explanation letter or any like evidence, the documents.
So the personal statement that I mentioned earlier, it'll be good for you to explain in that statement what you've been doing in that period of time. So let's say you've gone out to start working, absolutely fine. We've had students who've gone out, worked their way up, and we still take them for higher level studies. So yeah, it's still possible.
Yeah, that's good. Like in Malaysia also they take like the study gap doesn't matter. Actually, like I admitted one student is like he passed his bachelor and master's degree 1970. So he pursued PhD. So he's like older than my father. Even so yeah, now he's doing PhD. So last year he admitted. So this is, I think, sometimes the student confused. Oh, I did not study last 2 years, 3 years. I think you don't worry about that. So you can join your further studies with Malaysia, with UK. But the UK is one of the best country. You can see the second top all higher destination in the higher studies. And Miss, there have sometimes students used to ask me like the university will help for the the internship. There are some university they help like for they want to do like internship. So is there any option in the university they do internship placement?
Yes. So I mentioned earlier that there are sandwich courses in our bachelor degree. So they
Okay.
can actually take a year out to do a work placement. Some people call it an internship. We call it a work placement because it's still competitive. So students will, it's a proper job. So it's not something where you do voluntarily necessarily. We prefer students to actually apply for real work. So you do real projects with the company, you get paid market rate. Um, so these are the kind of jobs that we actually encourage our students to do.
Okay, that's great. So I think I hope the students would like to get a lot of information for the University of Portsmouth. So and also like the pandemic, if yeah, everyone's waiting for that. Okay, I got one students for masters. He would like to go if this year open, then I go UK to study for my masters like that. So if the students like complete their bachelor in Malaysia, then they want to go to masters. So do they require IELTS for that students?
Usually they do require an IELTS 6.5.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I said, it depends which courses they apply to, and the IELTS score will be dependent on the course. But let's say if they're going into business, for example, then it will be an IELTS 6.5 or TOEFL or any one of the other tests that we recognize.
Okay, Miss. For IELTS, there have some university in Malaysia, like they accept most of the university if they complete like any student complete their bachelor degree in Bangladesh, then they have to submit like medium instruction in English. Then after that, they don't need to submit IELTS score. So, who ever doing bachelor in Malaysia, yeah, they're all doing in English. So, is there any supporting letter help for them to they don't have to sit for IELTS?
I think if it is a reputable university that we recognize, that may be possible. I wouldn't say that it applies across the board to everything.
Yeah.
So I think there is some clarification that we need, and we need to see if it's a university, a private university, and we're very familiar with all the universities. Yes, it might be possible to waive IELTS if the bachelor degree is delivered completely in English, and we will need a written letter from the university.
Wow, that's great. I think this is one of the fantastic that you are informing now, like the students who are graduated in good university in Malaysia, and also they have like minimum instruction in English later. So this is good opportunity, I think, for the students to move to UK for their further studies. Even they can do like their part-time job while they are studying.
Yes.
And also like after study, they also can do 2 years job. Even the job will accept him, he can do lifetime job. So I think this is very one of the very good opportunity now UK United Kingdom open for everyone, and also the Portsmouth is one of the top public university in UK. And Miss, could you please give some brief like how many normally how many students in UK now? I mean in your university studying.
At the moment, our population is close to it's around 25,000 students.
Wow, that's great.
And about 80% of them are British, 10% possibly from the European Union, and the balance 10% from the rest of the world.
So how many nationalities students are studying in your university? Yeah.
Oh gosh, we have about 130 different nationalities.
Wow, that's great. I think
Yeah.
that's great.
So
So
quite a good mix.
yeah, so the because study is not only study but also like makes friends and build up
Yes.
their communities. This is one
Yeah.
of the best things I could say. From my side, I could say study will help you to gain knowledge, and friends will help you to gain or get the connection with the world.
So it's not just about pure studying. It's about networking, it's about making friends, about learning new cultures, whether it's British, whether it's from some other country because you've met somebody from somewhere else. And our student union arranges excursions for students, so you can join on trips, go sightseeing. These are all arranged, and students can join for very cheap prices. They go by coach. As a staff, I can't go even. I'm not entitled for the discount, so the students can go, and they love it. They sign up very quickly. The places get taken up very fast. Our courses, some of them, it depends what you study. It includes field trips, going to see companies. You get to do projects with companies. So again, we're a practical university. It's all about getting you ready for industry.
Oh, that's great. So I think it's a very nice and very informative like session with you, Miss. I got another like text. I don't know, Dhaka Aji Akis. You know, Miss, the name of Akis is one of the largest company in Bangladesh. Now is the like second or third rich country. I mean, least company in Bangladesh. Though he's died, so his son and others people maintaining the company. So I could say
I learned something new today.
if you are Akis, someone in Akis. So this is like the fees is like something is your like pocket money.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for comments for comments us. So and also, Miss, I would like to say that and the last times because I take long time. So last times like in Malaysia they have system like the students they apply in university, then they get offer letter from university, then they have to pay EMGS payment, which is like not the government body, it's the private body. So they pay to the EMGS, then EMGS process their application. After that, EMGS check everything. If EMGS say okay, then they submit for the visa in immigration to the public body. So
we
after
have
that,
something similar. So, across the world, we have a company called VFS.
Okay, is it a public body or private body? Private company.
It's a private company, and they help not only UK student visas, they do American and Canadian visas as well. So if you're based in Malaysia, then the office of VFS is based in the Wisma MBA, and students go there to apply for their Tier 4 student visa to go and study in a UK university. So that's the company that is sort of the place that you go to submit your visa application, and they'll check through, and then they will then send it to the authorities.
Okay, that's great, Miss. So I think sometimes the students. So first of all, the student get apply, then they pay. I mean, they don't have to pay because the application is free. After that, what they do? They will pay for cost letter.
So if students are holding an offer letter, it will be a conditional offer letter. So if they've met all the academic requirements, so let's say you've met your English requirements, you've met the academic requirements, everything, and you're thinking, okay, I want to accept the offer, then you pay a deposit, and our deposit is standard, fixed. It's £1,500 deposit. Once you pay the deposit and fill in the what we call a PBI form, that's basically just filling in some of your personal details, it then becomes an unconditional offer. And with an unconditional offer, we will process your CAS. So the CAS is the basically a letter of acceptance for study, and we'll give you a number that you will take to the visa office to then apply for your visa.
Okay, that's great. I think that will help students a lot. So because basically the students would like to know, okay, what is the procedure after get offer letter? Then I pay for the cost letter. So Miss, I saw the cost letter fees is £3,500. So after that, when they pay, then
It's
how
not
long?
actually a CAS fee. It's a deposit towards your tuition fee. So the
Oh,
CAS is the university pays for your CAS.
oh,
And
okay,
you
great.
only pay for your tuition fee. And the
Oh,
3,500 will be deducted from your total tuition. So you're not paying anything extra to get your visa letter. You only pay for your own visa application. So the
oh,
university doesn't charge you uh, for the CAS. It just asks that you pay your deposit towards
oh.
your tuition. That's all.
Because the university investing for him, paying for their costs, paying like arrangement, the documents, all those things. Yeah, they should take, yeah, to save their seat, I think. So this is,
Yes.
I think, very helpful.
Deposit is basically to say, yes, please reserve my seat for me. And
Yeah.
here is my deposit. I'm now serious and I want to go ahead with my visa. So basically, it's saying that to the university.
So if like they due deposit, after that, sometimes some certain problems like the student did not get the visa. I mean, for UK visa. So how about the refund and how the student get? They will lose all the money or they get refund.
It depends on the reason for rejection of a visa.
Okay.
So if it's something medical or because you do have to do a medical test, I think.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
Yeah, so if let's say it's something medical, or maybe at the end you paid your deposit early and you found out that you didn't meet the academic requirements at the end, we will refund you, but there is an admin fee of £1,000. Now, if the visa application was because you made an error and it's your own mistake, maybe you left out a document or you gave them something that they felt was not accurate and your visa rejected, then you don't get any refund because we don't give you a refund on your own error. So you have to be very careful when you submit your visa application because that may
So
cost you,
okay.
yes.
Thank you. So if the students apply, so if they reject it, so the reason will show in the like in the
Yes.
application. Okay.
Yes. So all visa applications, when they do an interview with the student, if they do an interview or if they give you a rejection, there is always a reason attached to it. Sometimes they even have an interview transcript.
Oh, that's good.
Yes. So it's all very transparent. They will tell you why it was rejected.
Okay, that's great, and that will be like useful for the students and helpful for that. So yeah, it will be like very helpful, and I think students are more clear. Me also, even myself also, I'm clear for that. So I think this is like, and thank you very much for your time. So I would like to say in the
It's my
finish
pleasure.
last time I take your time. So thank you very much for joining us with the live sessions, and
Thank
it
you.
was
Thank you for hosting. Thank you for having me.
thank you very much for helping me also to promoting your university. It is a great chance, and I hope yeah, students, if you have any inquiry, so you can find us in anywhere, any like online platform. So we are helping students to get admission, and there is no application fee. I know, you know, like in the UK, like we see very university, like we are promoting like you University of Portsmouth, and also we don't take any service charge. So don't lose your time, don't miss out, and we help you in the transparently face to face, however you want, and we will help you to get admission, and we'll give you all the information that you need, so you will not get any like mistake, or yeah, a careless mistake can make your life worse. So be careful about your life and stay safe and healthy in this during this time also. Because the virus, simple virus, is not even 20 gram in the whole over the all who are affected. So everything is serious. Yeah. So I think yeah, everyone should careful now this situation at the time. Yeah. So that's good. Thank you very much, Miss. Have a good day.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And everyone.
Everyone, I wish everyone keeping safe and everyone keeps well. Take
Okay,
care,
thank you.
everybody.